We have seen many land battles in our countdowns, but what's going on underwater in the meantime? What happens when a few killer whales decide to attack a gray whale and her calf? Have you ever heard of the mantis shrimp? If you want to see some unbelievable battles underwater, keep watching as we count down 15 scariest and deadliest marine animal battles.
Think he just pushed the shark out of the cage? It looks like it's trying to get in the door.
Number 15. Moray Eel vs. Shark. Sharks are fearsome predators, but they don't necessarily rule the food chain. In the first video, a massive moray eel turns the table on a shark that gets too close. The jaw of the moray eel is enormous and powerful. To be successful, the eel must bite the shark head first. The shark almost gets away while it is doing this, but the eel can catch it by the head and guide it into its mouth where it is swallowed. In this next video, it's a completely different story. This time, a white-tipped shark gets into an altercation with a much smaller moray eel, and the shark drags the eel out of its hiding spot and into the sea. The eel strikes the shark in self-defense, but the shark continues to swim while holding the eel in its mouth. I think the clock has run out for the eel. The Fanatic brings you all the best content you want to see when it comes to the animal kingdom. If you want to see the latest confrontations between animals and the best animal videos, please subscribe now. We post new videos every day for your entertainment. Number 14. Great white shark breaks into cage. Watch this great white shark go ballistic and break into this diver's cage and come out of the cage from the top. Everyone is worried and wondering if there was someone in the cage. I don't understand. Don't they know if there was someone in the cage? Lo and behold, after a few seconds, a diver pops out of the cage, shaking and shocked about what just happened. Where was this diver when the shark went through the cage? That was shocking footage and left me bewildered and wondering for a moment. After lunging at the divers in this cage and being stuck between the bars, this great white shark bled to death. The shark is slowly bleeding heavily before its lifeless body slides into the ocean's bottom in this disturbing video. If you ask me, that's another shocking outcome. This shark is looking for a way to get into the cage. Out of nowhere, an 18-footer shows up and this cage might not be strong enough to stop it. The diver is stuck in there, but that's the safest place to be at the moment as long as the cage resists. This great white shark pops out of the water with the fish in its mouth, and you can see for yourself just how massive the shark is. It must be one hell of an experience to come face to face with one of these monsters. These mature females measuring close to 15 feet in length each are checking out the diver in this cage. Next to these massive hunters, these plexiglass cages look extremely vulnerable, and the door is not shut well. Lower in the shadows and the deeper waters, the larger sharks lurk. The sharks try to get inside the cage as the diver struggles to keep the door of the cage closed. The onslaught is typically coming from both males and females, which could mean this is a mating ground for the sharks. This great white shark kills a seal in the Bay of San Francisco. You can see all the blood spread out into the water as the people watching the scene react. Number 13. Dolphin attacks. When two dolphins charged at the individual shooting this video, he was standing around 20 to 30 feet off the shore in knee-waist high water. This is referred as stand feeding, and he happened to be in the way. This pod of dolphins intimidated a shark away from the pod, and the shark almost finds itself dangerously close to shore. Sharks and dolphins have coexisted in the ocean for millennia, but scientists have only just begun to comprehend the actual nature of their connection. It's a difficult and deadly environment, especially for dolphins. When the dolphins are down at the bottom with their heads in the seagrass and in the sand, sharks can come down on them and ambush them. When the divers look at their footage, they're amazed at how many dolphins have scars. Bottlenose dolphins can be aggressive and combative. In this video, these two bottlenose dolphins are picking a fight with the spotted dolphin, probably just to establish their dominance. Then, just to show it's not a species thing, they turn on one of their own, a smaller bottlenose, and start giving it a hard time. Here, the dolphin's true aggressive nature is revealed. Number 12. Sperm whale versus giant squid. Sperm whales range in size from 49 to 59 feet long and can dive to depths of 3,280 feet, which is where they will most likely come to face with their most lethal nemesis. Giant squids are deep-sea monsters that may be the Kraken's real-life counterparts. The longest one discovered so far was 59 feet long. Unfortunately, due to their ferocity, the titanic confrontations between them are rarely captured on film. What proof do we have that these events take place? Sperm whales with scars resembling giant squid tentacles are prevalent, as are indigestible squid body parts. The sperm whale dives for food and engages in a life-or-death battle with the giant squids, which the whales are likely to lose. This gigantic squid gets wrapped around the sperm whale's head in this video, and it even attacks the sperm whale, ripping through its sides. But the squid eventually finds itself in the sperm whale's mouth after a few spins and turns. Number 11. Orca versus seal/sea lion. Orcas knocking seals off snowbanks by creating waves was previously thought to be fiction, but this video proves otherwise. The seal is barely awake when it is swept into the water by a massive wave, and the orcas attack and kill the seals. It's incredible to see how the orcas work together and strategize to form the seals into water by producing waves. Killer whales have arrived on the beach in search of food, and a herd of sea lions could be their first prey. You'd think the sea lions would be secure if they stayed way up the beach, but the hungry whales are incredibly adventurous. Now, a gang of whales is hunting together. That sea lion was barely ahead of one of the whales when it was snatched by another it hadn't seen. It's difficult to comprehend how they beached themselves and seized the sea lions. It's possible that the brutal pounding was done to remove the hide from the flesh. Successful hunters, on the other hand, frequently take their prey out to sea without even killing them. Number 10. Alligator/crocodile. In our thumbnail, it looks like this crocodile is in the VIP room of a restaurant and dinner has been served. Is this real? Is this crocodile really swallowing a smaller crocodile? Probably. This crocodile has killed a small crocodile and is eating it. It crushes it and swallows it very slowly. It takes a 10-second break between every gulp. Man, is this guy a slow eater. These crocodiles are wrestling in the river. After a few seconds of being locked together, they both take off with one crocodile chasing the other. These crocodiles are involved in mouth-to-mouth combat, and they keep moving around in circles, trying to find their opponent's weak spot. These two alligators are fighting, and you can hear a leg break when one of the alligators bites into it. That had to be excruciatingly painful. One of these reptiles is getting a beating as the other one grabs it by the tail. Both animals seem exhausted and return into the water. This little one looks like it's going to be the main meal for breakfast as the rest of the horde joins the feast. Number 9. Moray Eel versus Octopus. When a moray eel attacks an octopus in the ocean's depths, the octopus manages to escape, but with one less tentacle. This moray eel snatches the octopus and fiercely pulls it towards itself. I'm not sure how this will end because the octopus doesn't seem to be doing much. An octopus gets attacked and chewed by a moray eel. The eel swallows the octopus in a matter of seconds. This octopus defends itself by using its tentacles to grapple the eel, and then produces an ink cloud to aid in its escape. The eel bites off a piece of the octopus's tentacle. Without causing permanent injury, an octopus can lose a tentacle and regrow it later. The eel moves on to a new prey now that the octopus is no longer present. Even though this octopus is massive, a moray eel bites one of its tentacles and tears it off. That's probably all it'll be able to eat for the time being, but it must be a wonderful appetizer. This moray eel goes all out on this octopus, pulling on one or more tentacles as hard as it can. However, it appears that the octopus will have the ultimate say this time. Number 8. Orca. Killer whales rule the waters, and in this video, 5 transient killer whales attack and kill a gray whale from start to finish. They each take turns at the whale, and as you can see the whale coughing up blood as the orcas continue their attack. As you saw in the last video, killer whales don't always target prey smaller than themselves. Off the coast of California, a gray whale and her baby are in danger. The gray whale calf is just a few weeks old, and it's following its mother north, towards the feeding grounds in Alaska. As they move, the gray whales lose their cover, and out in the bay, the killer whales are listening to the gray whale's sound, and they close ranks like a hunting wolf pack. But the breathless calf is easier to catch, and the first goal of the killer whales is to try to separate the calf from its mother. The gray whale mother is a massive adversary, and she could easily kill her killer whale with one slap of her massive tail. One of the attackers pushes between a mother and calf. The strategy is working, and the gray whales are forced apart. With the baby separated, the killer whales change their strategy, and now their goal is to drown the calf. This oblivious sea lion pup frolics in clear view of a hungry predator and becomes his next meal. Another whale comes in for some fast food. Close, but no cigar this time. In this scene from Ocean Odyssey, we see what happens when a female sperm whale is left alone at the surface with a young bull, while the rest of the pod searches for food below the ocean's bottom. Orcas have been following the pod for some time and take advantage of the opportunity to consume the newborn calf alive. Traveling at 35 knots, one of the killer whales takes a bite of flesh from the calf in less than a second. Now there's blood in the water and the frenzy begins. The mother tries to put her body between the injured calf and the killer whales. The pod hears the orcas and it must return before it's too late. The pod arrives, but the danger is not over. They instantly form a circle around the injured calf, but the killer whales are relentless. They can kill an entire pod, but not today. A fully grown bull has arrived. Male sperm whales are 30% larger than females, and that's one whale too many for the killer whales on this day. Number 7. Hammerhead hunting. A hammerhead shark discovers a stingray lying beneath the ocean surface. Unsettled, the stingray makes a break for freedom. But is it too late? The stingray has no choice except to flee from cover, so the shark pursues it until it locks the stingray and immobilizes it, effectively ending the stingray's life. The hammerhead shark hunts a stingray at an aquarium, and it doesn't take much time before the predator impresses all the little kids at the aquarium after it bites a chunk of meat from the helpless stingray. This hammerhead shark chases a free-swimming tarpon off Cape Canaveral. This fish is not on a fishing line, but it ends in a bloody mess. Number 6. Turtle. This turtle goes underwater to have a quick bite when it chews on this water snake. The snake is in bad shape and it can't get away. Even though the assumed target is a snapping turtle in this video, the snake is about to find out ninja turtles are not just in the movies. They exist in real life. The snake lunges at the turtle several times, but the turtle is not impressed. Then, the snake slides into the turtle's open mouth as if it was going to drop a bomb, but instead, it is crushed several times by the turtle's powerful jaws. The turtle just shatters the snake to pieces, drags into the water, and it is game over. This turtle and the snake are side by side, and I think the snake is dead. It's not moving at all, and the turtle looks like it's digging a trench. A 300-pound creature ambushes a huge alligator from beneath in an East Texas marsh. This alligator snapping turtle is over 150 years old and weighs around 300 pounds. This poor potato bug is being attacked by these small turtles as they try to take it down. The potato bug doesn't seem to have any way of defending itself, and the turtles drag it into the water to finish it off. Number 5. Tiger shark. A surprised fisherman has captured the uncommon sight of a big tiger shark attacking and devouring a hammerhead shark. The video shows the 13-foot tiger shark circling the smaller 7-foot shark before biting it 3 times and ripping it apart. The sport fisherman had gotten the hammerhead on the line only minutes before the other. Much larger shark approached the fishing boat and seized its prey. These tiger sharks are going bird hunting, and they don't need rifles and dogs to be effective. They let the albatross chicks come to them, and the shark feast on them, one after the other, all day long. Number 4. Otter. The gigantic otter is one of the fiercest animals in the Amazon jungle. Black caimans, anacondas, jaguars, and pumas are constantly around them. On the beach, an otter is seen walking close to 2 caimans and rolling around in the sand. The caimans don't seem to bother this otter in the least. The caimans clearly don't want to mess with the otter. In a mangrove swamp, a lone otter is seen playing with a snake. The otter's attempt to capture the snake in a cat and mouse game is entertaining to watch, but the otter does not bite the snake to kill it immediately. It basically nibbles on it and then lets it swim away. The otter comes up to the snake and scoops it up again just as it thinks it's getting away. If you ask me, it's a harsh game, but I suppose that's how otters deal with snakes when they want to have some fun. The otter will occasionally submerge in search of the snake, which it finally finds and eats. Otters aren't afraid of a challenge, and a turtle is certainly a good one, but watch this otter sneaking up on this large turtle. The otter jumps onto the turtle's back and attempts to flip the turtle as soon as it realizes its vulnerability. When the turtle tries to bite the otter lets go, but only for a short time. The otter is persistent in his attempts to turn the turtle over, but it is a difficult task. It eventually succeeds and begins to gnaw at the turtle's stomach. While the turtle is still on its back and defenseless, the otter drives it farther into the water. I suppose the otter will have turtle soup today and will return the next day to eat the leftovers. This giant river otter has just killed an eel and is chewing on it like it's the last meal of his life. Boy, is this otter enjoying his meal. Number 3. Stingray. This stingray separates the tasty insides from the hard shell during the molts of the spider crab. It doesn't look like the crab has anything to say about it. In this video, a smooth stingray attempts to take advantage of a cast of defenseless and freshly molted spider crabs. The safest place is right in the middle of the pile. None of the crabs wants to be eaten, so they're assembling in the middle, and I guess there is safety in numbers. Another stingray hovers above these crabs and swallows them one by one. This crab army is no match for these stingrays, and they know it. All they can do is run and hide. This stingray says hello to all the aquarium onlookers, but it also looks like it's about to devour this little fish that barely looks alive. A diver swims by and moves the stingray away from the glass. Number 2. Shark versus dolphin. When a family of dolphins is attacked by a shark, they need to come together to protect their calf. Without the family, the calf can easily be eaten. What happens next will never be known, but the dolphins need to stick together if they are going to protect the calf. A hammerhead approaches, but with the family on full alert, the calf is safe. Most calves are lost in the first few weeks of their lives, but not today. 2 Australian oystermen get a first-hand look at the aftermath of a battle between a shark and a dolphin. 2 huge sharks destroyed one dolphin. From the injuries, it's clear the dolphin was attacked from behind and below. The local wildlife authority had been tracking this dolphin after receiving indications it had been bitten by a shark. This occurred several times in open water while attempting to avoid the shark. Unaware of the risk, a jet skier had leaped off his jet ski to swim with the dolphin. The shark appeared to bite it again while he was holding it, unaware of the shark's presence. Because local officials were unsure what was going on at the time, they ordered everyone out of the water. Number 1. Mantis shrimp. An octopus engages in combat with a mantis shrimp, assuming it to be easy food, but rapidly discovers why the mantis shrimp is one of the ocean's most lethal shellfish. The mantis shrimp are outstanding ambush predators in the wild, and one team of divers goes to great lengths to acquire them. The mantis shrimp, like its insect namesake, utilizes its claws to impale its victim with devastating precision. A little passing fish is caught by a mantis shrimp. After the mantis shrimp pulls its meal down into the burrow, the scales of the fish scatter and shine. This mantis shrimp strikes with lightning speed, so you can watch it again in slow motion just to make sure you didn't miss anything. Watch as the fish swims above the mantis shrimp's burrow. The mantis shrimp pops out of there and snatches it in seconds. There you have it, folks. Some of the craziest underwater battles. My favorite has to be when the sperm whale bull arrives to chase the killer whales away and protect the pod. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below. Well, that's our countdown of the 15 scariest and deadliest marine animal battles. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. That's it for now.